morning, cozy friends, and happy Vlogmas. It is actually about 9 in the morning here, and it's November 29th. But I'm shooting this early because we're having a Friendsgiving today here in London, and I really wanted to make my favorite cookies. And these are perfect for winter weather. They are chai spiced almond cookies. So I thought it would really be fun to include it in my first Vlogmas. So let's see how we make them. Alright, so to start this recipe, you want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, then you want to take 1/3 cup of confectioner sugar, or in the UK they call it icing sugar, and you want to sift it. So I'm just going to use one of these to get all the clumps out. And I just like to take a spoon and just force it through, kind of, because it won't really go on its own unless you do that tapping and then dust goes everywhere. You don't want that. So when you're done, it will look like very dusty versus very clunky like it looked before. I guess I should have shown you the beginning. Next, we're going to take about 1/2 cup of butter, but because I'm using this stick butter, or it's like they don't actually make butter sticks, or I've never found them here in the UK, it comes as one big clump. So I'm going to use a scale to measure it. You want it to be room temperature butter. Alright, next you want about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And I do want to clarify, this is not my recipe. I did get it from an old vegan cookbook. It doesn't need to be vegan. You can put in dairy, butter if you want to. I think that's the only dairy thing in it anyway. I am using the non-dairy one though. And 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Next, we're going to want a teaspoon of cardamom, ground cardamom. We want 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I only have 1/4 here, so I'm just going to do 2 of those. Math for the win. I am a math teacher. We want 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just using my pink sea salt that I just use and everything. Alright, so once we get all this in the bowl, we want to beat it with an electric mixer. Unfortunately, when I moved to the UK, I had to give up my fancy $300 KitchenAid mixer, and I don't really have the space to get another one. So we're just using a hand, not even a hand mixer, I'll show you. So what we have here is our immersion blender, but here, you can probably find these in the US too. They come with all of these different attachments, and it comes with a mixer attachment. So we've been living here for 3 years almost, and this is the mixer that we use. We still haven't even gotten even a hand mixer, but I don't think you really need it. I think this gets you by. If anything, I miss like the high-walled bowl so things don't get everywhere, but you find ways around it. All right. We're gonna go mix this. All right, there we go. Now you can see it. So that's your first mixing. That's what it should look like. Next, we're gonna go in with about 1 cup of flour. You can use whole wheat pastry flour, which is what I'm using, or you can use just all-purpose flour. And I'm literally using this because we are having Friendsgiving today, and I'm using the regular flour in the cornbread, so I can't even get that in there. Let's just do 1/2 cup. And I need to get a knife to sift it off. So as you know with baking, or maybe you don't know, you have to be very precise. Very, very precise. That's 1/2. And I'm no expert, so if I'm doing this wrong, feel free to tell me. All right, our flour's in there. All right, and we're just going to now, this is the part I hate, mix in the flour with the hand mixer. And it goes everywhere. I try very hard not to let it, but we'll see what happens this time. All right, actually my trick worked. So what I have done, if you're in the same predicament as me, is I will usually take the, what do you call it, the whisk part, and whisk it around to get the wet part kind of attached as much as I can to the flour so that it doesn't poof up in the air. So this is what this is looking like so far. So next we are going to have some almonds. It calls for finely chopped toasted almonds, but I am literally just going to use this flaked almonds here that I bought at the store. I'm not sitting here chopping up any almonds. And you want 3/4 of a cup to a full cup. I'll just go the full cup route because why not? Actually, make it easier on myself. And you want to mix these in by hand, like with a spoon, because you don't want to over mix it. Just right in. And I didn't toast them, sorry. There's just things that are not going to be happening today. That's it. Just want to mix those in by hand until they're mixed. I mean, honestly, it looks the same as it did the first time I showed it to you. It's just got almonds in there. Just going to clean up a little bit here so I can get the pan out. We're still going to need the sugar to roll them in at the end. But everything else we can put away. All right, and this is the first time I'm making these using the silicone mat instead of greasing the pan, because that's what it's for. And I want to make sure, I want to see if it works out. I feel like certain times if you use the silicone mat on things, it changes the texture. I could be crazy, but I feel like I've experienced that, but we're gonna try it. The recipe calls for you to grease the pan and do it that way, but I'm gonna try it. All right, next up, you can use your hands. It tells you to use your hands. I'm going to be using one of these little cookie ice cream scoop things. You want about a tablespoon of the mixture. And they don't spread very much, so you can just plop them right down. Probably should have chopped the almonds, but it's all good. No babies are going to be eating these cookies. My baby certainly isn't going to be eating these cookies. We can chew the almonds. Okay. And what I really like is that because they don't really spread much, you can just get them all in this one batch. It doesn't take 15 batches. I made some sugar cookies. They were like pumpkin spice sugar cookies for my daughter's birthday party. They were absolutely amazing, but it was so many batches of cookies because they spread out so wide, because you know sugar cookies you decorate, so it's like, ugh. It took me, I want to say like 5 batches of cookies, or maybe, I don't know, it was intense. All right, it's supposed to yield about 20 cookies, but my spoon is a bit bigger than a tablespoon, so that's why mine is roughly 15. 15 and a little scraggly one. So I'm just going to take this spoon and just kind of clean them up a little bit because some of them are like a little crazy looking. Probably not needed at all. I'm just, you know, being extra. And I haven't made these in about 2 years, so hopefully everything comes out well. All right, so this is what we're looking like going into the oven. Here we go. All right, you want to bake them for about 20 minutes until they start to brown, basically. So we'll be back. All right, so the cookies have cooled. We are going to take some more of our icing sugar. It calls for about a cup, but I'm literally just going in with whatever. Because all you're going to do is roll the cookies in it anyway. I don't feel like getting the measuring cups dirty again. Alright, so you're going to do that. And then you're going to take your cookies, obviously wash your hands, and roll them in the sugar. And then put them on the pan. Mine have actually been cooling a little bit more than 5 minutes. And even still, it's still sticking perfectly. And it actually says you can like go in twice with the sugar. I really don't think it needs it in this case. Maybe if I had done it when they were hotter, but it's actually coated, like it's coated on there. Look, I feel like any more sugar would be too much. Too much. We don't want that. I actually think this amount that I did was fine. I don't think I was anywhere near a cup. All right, we are all done. This is what we're looking like. I mean, I don't know if they're the prettiest, but they're delicious. I'm just gonna go in for one. I think I went a little bit too long on the bake because I forgot to set the timer. I thought I timed it right. It's fine, they're not burnt or anything. They're just a teensy bit drier than I remember. Not dry, just I feel like I remember them being more moist. But the flavor is amazing.
S.
Look at Andy, like, where's mine?
That's S.
You're not old enough yet, Mama. We get you baby cookies. Yeah, we get you baby cookies. You choke.
Yeah, this is good. I like the crunchiness of it. And the coating on the outside.
Good. Look at Indy. Alright, I think that is going to wrap up this video. Please let me know if you tried these cookies in the comments. Did you enjoy them? Did you plan on making them? How were they? If you did like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season.